it is a way of working, which is around A being less formal, and B actually, having complete respect for everyone's view, who's come into the issue from different areas, and actually, making sure that everyone's view gets the same weight and gets the same importance in any discussion and in any bit of work. That for me is sort of co-production. It's about working to make things better, and working with everyone's skills and abilities, and people with lived experience are the top of that bill, aren't they? They're the people with the most experience, and often have the best ideas, and actually often the most optimistic ideas about changing, and Shell's a shining example of that. So I haven't got other than where there's a will, there's a way. But I suppose the other thing to say is I really enjoy it, working in a co-produced way. And when I come out of the meetings where it's worked well, it makes me feel better as a social care worker. And that's something to hang on to as well. It's good for you and me as people working in the field, because it's effective and it feels right, and it feels it's coming from the right value base as well.
It's about working, as you said, working good as a team, and it's about getting that word that the word across to other counties, which is important, and having a voice heard as well.
We've got to really make sure that with the Welsh Government and people who are doing grants or whatever, they've got to understand if you're doing full co-production, our members, some have got really complex needs, and it takes a long time to get to understand what they require. And a lot of people who are eloquent in our community, that's fine. But there's a lot in our community, 3/4 of our community, who are not able to do things fast. They need time, they need advocates, they need people to understand, they need the different ways, all the different ways of being able to communicate to make sure this is what they want. And I think we really need to instill that when we do projects, we need extra time, double time, because co-production is not going to work on the same level as it does if you're just going into an office. So a 3-year project, we need 6 years, and we need it really to instill that. So whether you're saying to me, what do I think about co-production? It's not really what I think about co-production, it's what the community thinks and needs for co-production. And when people are asking for reports or how are things going, they can't just do it in the normal way. We really, really need to think about co-production to be truly, truly true to what the Welsh Government are asking. And I think people have got to start thinking a little bit more deeper, and a little bit more off the wall and lateral when they're asking for these projects. Because I think they've got to understand a lot of our community really do enjoy life once they've been heard and understood what they need, but that does take time.
I think it's probably what I've already said, really, something around everyone having an equal voice, really, and being equally recognised in the room, so that no one feels that they're, the token carer or the token citizen or whatever. And there are ways of making people feel that way. And what Jackie was just saying is very important, really. On a simple level, making sure that everybody understands what's being said, giving everyone time to think about things. Because having an equal voice doesn't mean we're all treated in exactly the same way. If people need support to understand what's happening, then they need to be provided with that support in the meeting and, you know, beforehand and so on. But yeah, definitely, you know, for everyone to have that equal share really in what's happening.
I think I speak for me and Sarah. We were both given our voice. We were given a voice to say what we could say, as we could say it for other people without voices. We were like spokespersons for people.
What would be your tips on helping people with co-production if more people wanted to do what you're doing?
I think I'd spread the word, Mark.
Spread the word?
I would actually say there's a couple of tips. Listen to each other. Keep each other's, make certain that the idea, you have an idea, you talk it, if you have a group of you, talk it out between the group. So you know what your idea is between the group of you. If you make certain the group, because the decoration did not just come, it was like a as you were saying, it's co-production. It's not just me and Sarah, there's Alicia, Jane, Nicole, Michelle from Conway was involved in it. It was like, you know, it was like, you know, there was like a dozen or so. I can't remember.
It was a proper team effort.
It was a team effort. It's like, I feel pride in the work we've all done together. There's pride in the work. We rise by lifting others.